Hi guys, it's Adam from Team Workout Movement, and today I'll show you my top 4 favorite bicep curls which you should consider while training your biceps if you are aiming for their muscle growth. So let's begin. First one will be a regular bicep curl using supination, so basically rotation of our arms. Because we know that while turning our arms to the sides, our bicep actually contracts a little more because there's additional movement coming from our hand. So in this case you'll use absolutely that, and it's really simple because you only do that one single movement, which is going up, curling, and then going back, and then returning your hands back to the initial position. So guys, it's really simple, and then a really important other thing is to breathe. In the breathing, I always recommend to exhale while going up, so really strong exhalation, and then inhale nicely while going down. So, alright. And then for the posture, your core has to be really nice and tight so the weight doesn't come on your lower back, and also I recommend to bend your knees a slight little so the tension doesn't move through those knees to your legs. Moving on, we'll do a hammer curl. Now it's really good because we're always engaging our forearms too, especially the brachioradialis, so this muscle here in the front is really good because while the contraction comes, it's something which we don't really train normally while doing the extension exercises and contraction ones. So it's a different part of the forearm which we might have not trained before, and in this movement we train it just fine. And also the long head of the bicep gets engaged too, so it's really good exercise. And again guys, the breathing comes similar, so exhalation while going up and inhalation while going down. And again, strong core, bend knees. Another curl which we'll do, will train at the outside of our biceps, so the muscle here. In this case, it's really good muscle to train because it will like lift your bicep a bit higher and therefore give this like visual element which you really want. In this case, what you have to do is turn your hands slightly across, so your thumbs will be aiming like this. Now in the movement you will also feel that brachioradialis, so which is also good because you will train it, and then it's a bit different, so you might feel that bicep in a different way, but it's just fine because after training you'll see that the bicep will hurt just fine. But I still recommend to combine it with the previous exercises in order to completely train that muscle. And for this exercise, I recommend to use a bent bar just like this, because you get this position of your arms which is already in that cross which we want, and you don't have to really focus on it, which you would need to with the dumbbells. So it's a bit of easier, you don't need to think about it, and you can just focus on the exercise itself. And then again guys, the breathing always stays the same, so exhalation up, inhalation down, strong core then, and also those knees little bent. And for last, we'll do a straight bar curl. Now I still prefer to use the dumbbell curl, the regular one, but if you want to really load heavy, it is absolutely just fine for that, especially while using the lifting belt which I have here. So by this you can really load up really heavy, and you'll feel a lot of contraction on that muscle, and therefore you can really get some additional benefits on that muscle there. But of course guys, the technique is really important here. You don't really want to lean back or do anything to the sides. You really want to be nice and straight, and that lifting belt literally helps there so you don't fall and really prevents you from losing that strength from your abs. So in this case, if you are really strong in your abdominal muscles, you don't really need it, but I still recommend it just for the extra safety for that lower back. And again guys, breathing really important, exhale up, inhale down, and then for the posture, really strong and tight core, and then those knees tiny a little bit. And of course guys, you don't need to only do curls to build muscle. What I actually recommend is to do chin-ups, because that muscle there which you get there is absolutely spectacular, and it's also body weight which brings you much safer benefits. So you won't injure your knees probably or anything like that, because you are up in the air and the only joints which are like engaged are your shoulders and your elbows, which don't tend to get hurt from this movement. So again, really good exercise. You can also add some weight there if it becomes too easy for you, and it's absolutely spectacular for building that bicep muscle. So to conclude everything guys, you can do a workout after these exercises. So I will choose 4 of them and do like 3 series of each one of them, doing like 10-12 reps, being that the last reps should be really difficult for you to execute. So maybe you'll sometimes end up just with those 10s, but it's just fine. So we should maybe start with the hardest one, so the really heavy one with the bar curl, and then you should move to the normal one with supination. After that you can do the hammer curl, so you're really engaging that forearm, and for last you can hit the brachii to the side of the bicep and continue like that. So you'll have these 4 exercises there. For each you will do it 3 times, 10 reps, and this will be a spectacular workout which you can do. And for breaks, it can vary from 2 to 3 minutes depending on how strong you are, but I wouldn't really want to go over those 2 minutes, so try to hold it there, and if you can, maybe reduce it so it's like 1 minute, but don't go 2 to 3 minutes, okay? And the result will be a nicely developed biceps, and yes, it is possible even if you are just a teen. So this will be the result if you are doing these exercises correctly and in a regular pattern. Okay guys, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, share and subscribe. Of course, if you want to ask me anything, leave it down in the comment section below. Okay guys, this will be it for the video. Thank you very much for watching, and bye.